Well, I don't really need to tell you that I knew this was going to happen. But this is my first time in the hot seat, so wow. Very appreciative of this process and coming into contact in the way that it is shaping my life currently. So what I would like to ask you is if you might give me a taste of what is in my vibrational escrow. My wife and I are getting really good at this. We're making incredible strides, and I can feel us coming out of the what is mentality and coming into a space of, what is in the vortex and feeling it summon energy through us.
It's what inspiration is, isn't it?
Yes. And to see my wife, she's a teacher who recently got canned, for lack of a better word, because of the lack of vision that's in the system. If you see the way her children light up for her and the ends that they're willing to go to in just the tidbits that she leaves of them for this information, I know we're doing the right thing. What I really want to come into contact with is that new vibrational set point. In previous situations when we've held to the vision and we can feel life sort of crumbling beneath us, out of oblivious, as you say, not out of the blue, we come to know that there's something new that is coming into form, and in previous times we've let resistance kind of taper that off so it doesn't fully come forth.
Well, even in your words, when you say, when we hold to the vision and we can feel life sort of crumbling around us, that can lean into resistance or it can lean into allowing. If you say, of course, the old is falling away and making way for the new, then that's a totally allowing statement. If it's all hell is breaking loose, that's not an allowing statement.
Right.
But there is value in knowing that when you move into a new place, the old place no longer fits.
Right.
And so it's sort of about willingly moving rather than reluctantly moving. And that all has to do with how forward-looking you are or how backward-looking you are. In other words, so many people want to defend what's coming by talking about where they've been.
Right.
And that messes it all up.
Okay.
And that's why you ask the question that you ask. You want us to sort of flesh out for you and help you to feel what's in your vibrational escrow because you want it to be louder in the calling of you.
Yes.
And we like to play those silly games with
Yes.
you.
I was hoping.
But we prefer, for the benefit of you, when you find your words. In other words, when we do it for you, all we do is show you what we already know. And our knowing it or not knowing it isn't the problem, because we always know it. In other words, it's you're bringing yourself into that knowing. So you gave some really good words here. In other words, the most significant thing you said here, and what we felt you know, it wasn't just words that you were affirming in order to come to knowing it. You're there. When you said, I see by the way the children light up for my wife, that I know that we are on the right.
Yes.
You could just hold that vision, and that would be all of the work that you'd ever need to do in order to get all of this that you're asking for here. You just have to get hold of a piece of something that you know that feels like that and fixate on it until it dominates your vibration.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
Beautiful.
And the more airtime you give something like that that feels like that, the more off other thoughts will feel.
Right.
So the easier it will be to shift those to better feeling thoughts.
Yes.
So in the bridging process, we would say things like, when you said, my wife was canned, for lack of a better word, and we say, it's really no better word.
It's as good as croaked, right?
Well, there are some better words that feel better, and we'll give them to you, because that sounded like somebody else had something to do with it. where what you want to say is, my wife has found such vibrational resonance with who she is that the things that don't match it are falling away.
Yes. Thank you.
And we're doing this in so many aspects of our experience. And it is delicious to consciously and viscerally know this. Yes. And it's just getting better and better. Yes. And if this is the only thing that I am consciously aware of right now, focusing upon this thing and feeling how good it feels to me, to us, is enough to replicate that in every other aspect of our life experience. That's one thing. It's not hard. It's not a big thing. You've got it figured out. Good time for a segment of lunch.
Thank you.
We are complete.